Bienvenue à la 9e Assemblée mondiale de CIVICUS, l'Alliance mondiale pour la participation citoyenne.
The CIVICUS World Assembly really provides several important benefits to the open forum. Firstly, we don't have the convening power. We convene people at the national level and the regional level, but the power to convene on this international level, I think, is really unique to CIVICUS.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à Montréal.
The amount of people that are able to come together and the quality of discussion and awareness raising and engagement with civil society processes and issues is really, really key. The World Assembly is really provides a valuable forum that so many civil society organizations or processes just can't create themselves.
Where is the open forum as a little
On the international level, we don't come together that often, and this is the first time that civil society has identified itself as a sector on the international level and is undertaking an international process with a global voice. It's also necessary because it really does cement civil society's role as a development actor. It really legitimizes that function of civil society. We're facing a lot of challenges, CSOs face a lot of challenges in this new aid reality, and we need to confront them. And if we don't, we'll be left behind, and we need to engage with the challenges as well as the opportunities that are developing on the international stage.
Civil society is actually the main agent that's pushing for development effectiveness, understandably, because civil society is there to emphasize the promotion, the defense of human rights, especially of the poor and marginalized. We're the ones who want to transform society to achieve social justice, gender equity, and sustainability. And that's what development effectiveness is all about. And while we are pushing governments, both the governments of the South and the donors of the North, to look at development effectiveness as the framework by which they should pursue development cooperation, it is civil society that is pushing it, and it's actually recognized to be its role. Does our government and the international community that is supporting our governments, can they make sure that development is about the poor claiming their rights? Or is it about something else, like macroeconomic stability? Is it about infrastructure projects? Do buildings make development? No. It's the poor being able to stand up and say, I am going to have a good future. That's what makes development. That is why the development of effectiveness agenda is about CSOs and about governments. It's not only about governments, but the fact that it is the CSO's role to enable the people, to enable the poor. That's why you have CSOs there. Their job is to enable the poor. And when you say enable them, the first act of enabling is to make the people, the poor especially, aware that as human beings they have rights, that they cannot live at the mercy of whatever powers there are, that they are empowered to claim those rights, more than to know that they have rights, that they can actually stand up and claim those rights. That is the job of the CSO. That is what CSO solidarity means, and that is what enabling means. So development, I think, is not trickling down to the people. It's actually from the bottom up. And you have the role of the CSOs to ensure that it starts from the bottom, that there's somebody who enables, not tells them what to do, but gives them the conditions by which they can stand up, and claim those. Yes, I have the right to food. I have the right not to live in poverty. Now, the next question is, do you have a government that is responsive to that? That is, again, the job of CSOs, to push governments to recognize development effectiveness. it's going to be more difficult.
Yeah.
But then the point now is with the poor, the CSOs then together, they push government to recognize development effectiveness. And that's the agenda.